Welcome to part 2 of the construction law series on construction contract formation and negotiation. This part is going to discuss consideration as it relates to construction contracts. The first part discussed offer and acceptance. Okay? In addition to that, you've got to either have a benefit or a detriment, something in the contract that says, hey, I'm going to provide you these services or I'm going to pay you this money for those services. An example of consideration is you agree to pay a residential contractor to build your home for $250,000. Okay, the consideration there is that they are going to build something for you, and you in turn are going to pay them for that. One example of not having sufficient consideration often comes up in the context of change orders. I'll give you an example. Let's say you have entered into a contract with a commercial owner, and you specify the cost of certain materials. During the course of construction, a hurricane hits, and that hurricane causes the price of materials to escalate tremendously. Now, unfortunately, you don't have a price acceleration provision in your contract or something else that would allow you to get extra money for that. Okay, so assume there's nothing like that in your contract. You then prepare a change order asking for the additional cost of materials and submit it to the owner. Okay, the owner looks at it, and if you get the owner to sign it, great. You've got, you'll get the extra money for the work and materials that you have put into the project. If the owner is smart, though, the owner says, look, I'm not going to pay you for this because you originally bid the project at this price with this cost for materials, and you're not giving me anything in addition to what we already agreed to. Okay, so that's an example where you don't necessarily have the right consideration. Some other things that you want to think about when you're talking about consideration is in a construction contract you've got to have certain key terms. Okay, you've got to have price. What is somebody going to pay you for something? Okay, or what are you going to pay somebody else to do something? Quantity. How much of something is somebody going to provide you? Are they going to build one house, 2 houses, 3 houses? Are they going to provide you with 1 pallet of materials or 10 pallets of material? Quality. What type of material are they going to provide you? What type of construction project are they going to do? You need to be able to know exactly what they are going to build. Okay, so those are the key terms: price, quantity, quality. There's a fourth term which could be considered a key term, and that is duration. How long is something going to take? Now, best practice is to go ahead and specify how long it will take in order to complete a project. You say 60 days, 180 days, 1 year, whatever it might be. But even if you don't have that in there, oftentimes courts construe contracts that don't have a duration as completion within a reasonable time. How do you determine that? Well, you figure out how long it normally takes to complete a project like that. That's a reasonable time.